So just first off, Coach, your thoughts on the match?
I thought Colorado played very well tonight. I thought the first half they really took it to us. We did well by finishing the opportunities that we had, and we had a couple other chances. So we had chances to counter. So being up at half, we felt a little fortunate. I thought in the second half we played much better. I thought they still got around our goal, but their chances were more, mainly shots from distance. Wasn't that much on goal anymore. And, we had a couple of good looks in the second half. I thought we got forward really well. And sometimes getting chances isn't necessarily reflected in shots. You're just missing opportunities. And then Oba scores a fantastic goal, to make it 3-1, and we were able to take it from there.
When we heard from you at half, you said you were unhappy with the team defensively. What adjustments did you make to remedy that?
Well, defense is twofold. You got to keep the ball too. I didn't think we did a good job of keeping the ball, and as a result of that, a lot of their players who don't like to defend a lot didn't have to defend at all because we weren't holding on to the ball enough. And I thought in the second half, when we held on to the ball more, then all of a sudden Sanchez had to defend more. All of a sudden Ramirez had to defend a little more as it took them out of their offensive positions and made it a little bit easier for us. We also need to make sure that our blocks of four stay together because they do a lot of place changing and movement, and we started following people and getting dragged to different spaces. And once we kept our blocks of four together, it was harder for them to penetrate us through the middle.
After being shut out last weekend, what was working differently for you guys offensively?
It just, last week, as in Dallas too, when we played there, we had chances to score. Last week we had a ton of chances. I think we had 10 shots on goal. This week we had 9 shots on goal. So we're getting opportunities and putting them on goal. And it's a funny game. I think we played better as a team probably last week in terms of just possession and movement of the ball and creating chances, but we couldn't finish. This week it was a little less so, but we finished better.
Your thoughts on Meijer Nagels' play?
It was good for him, he can score goals from the wing. It doesn't have to be up front. I thought he had an uptick game last week up front, and that, he was able to transfer that onto the wing, and you can be goal dangerous from there as well.
And, of course, what about Obafemi Martin's goal?
Well, fantastic goal. It was a great ball through from Andy Rose, and then Oba, makes a fantastic move and bends the ball into the corner. So it's a fantastic goal to his skills. But, I also think in the second half, Clint Dempsey is a guy who really came into the game for us more. We had said before the game we'd only try and play him 60 because of his hamstring. We pushed him to close to 70 because he really helped us establish our rhythm in the second half. It was good.
You've won 5 of your last 6 here at altitude. Do you guys make any adjustments for the high elevation?
My thing has always been the same since I've been coaching in this league. Is we try and come into Denver as close to within 24 hours of the game as possible. Try not to be in here too early or anything like that. And I think even going back to Columbus in the Galaxy days, I think we've had good fortune here, as well in terms of it's important then just to be organized, not to get into a big running game. As we always tell our players, the ball doesn't sweat, the ball doesn't pull a cramp, so just let the ball work.
You had your entire first choice lineup at your disposal tonight. What kind of difference did that make for your club?
It was good. We were able to, obviously we came back with Andy Rose instead of Pineda in midfield because I thought Andy had a good game in LA and he rewarded us with an assist today. But I thought Gonzo Pineda coming in at half, in the second half really helped us, settle our game a little bit in midfield. His passing was important to us. So it's always good when you can choose from your entire roster. It makes it easier.
And 8
Go ahead, Dan.
8 saves out of Stefan Frei tonight. What kind of game did he have?
Stefan's been solid, I think last year, early in the season, a lot of people were saying, hey, there was a mistake here or there. And I've always believed very strongly in Stefan. I've believed in him very strongly from the first time I saw him play as a collegiate player, or I actually saw him play before he was a collegiate player. And, so when we made the trade last year, I always felt he could be a real top quality starting keeper in this league. And I think he's showing that this year.
First half, the counter was really a good weapon for you guys, I thought. Was that an opportunity you thought coming in would be there, or was it just kind of the flow tonight?
Well, one of the things we wanted to do is we wanted to go at their defense, because we felt that was something that if we could get Oba and Clint isolated with their 2 center backs, 2v2 it would be for us. I think Pablo's done a great job getting his team to pressure more in terms of their front and their midfield backs, and I think that's really helped their defense because you haven't really been able to get at their defense. But I think when we're able to get at their defense, then we can be successful. We didn't want to counter maybe quite as much as we did because we didn't keep enough possession, but certainly we're a team that can counter, and when you have those two guys up there, anything's possible.